Hello, beautiful Seren stars, and welcome to your reading today. Thank you for joining me. If you're new, welcome to the channel. If you're regular, welcome back, and always really happy to have you here. So, we're going to do, because people seem to like these ones where you choose a pathway, okay? So, if you clicked on this, don't feel particularly drawn to this, then there are many other pathways to choose from. And you can think of a question or an area of your life that you need some guidance on, okay? And the cards and spirit will give us messages. As a spiritualist medium, I tune in and just see what images, what I hear, what I see, whatever is given, and also the cards, incorporating those, because we all love the cards. So this is pathway 1. There's going to be 4 pathways, so you can continue with this one, just watch the one reading, or if you feel right, okay, I want some more or other areas, of my life covered, whatever way you want to take it, that is the beauty of these readings. And as always, they're timeless readings. Okay, so we're going to go over the very basic meaning of your card, and then we're going to shuffle a card together, and then we're going to take some charms. As I was tuning in today, and I'll probably tap on this and mention it in the other pathway, so apologies if you are watching more than one, but I wanted to share it with everyone who watches. As I was shuffling the main cards for us today, let's move those ones out of the way because we haven't got onto those yet, for the different pathways. Most of the cards were coming through with the theme and the topic of truth and being a truth teller. Often I'm given messages within this too, as well as everyone across the globe. And, I just want to touch on, if you are having certain situations that you're kind of not feeling too great about, I think it's important to, no matter what, speak your truth, and speak what is, right, and what is correct, and what is fair, and that is thoughtful. I think that's the theme very much of, despite how other people may be. I mean, I've had an incidents of many times a repeating pattern. Other people's behaviours haven't been great, haven't been, oh, door, I will come back. So that was the postman. I'll probably cut a little bit of that out, but leave a little bit in, so you can see why I've made the cut in the video. I don't like making cuts in the video. I like to just keep it running all the way through so you can see it's authentic. So getting back to what I was saying, a lot of this is coming through about just speaking your truth, no matter what, and other people's reactions. It's often to do with, their own issues, they're not really thinking about what happened to you. They're not really thinking about how they treated you. All they're focusing on is your response to it, and we need to try as much as possible to make our response, if it's a professional situation, as professional as possible. If it's, a friendship or relative or whatever, as kind as possible. But you don't have to take the blame, so to speak. It's, the issue isn't how you responded. The issue is the issue in the first place, how you was made to feel or how you was treated, but people often project or gaslight, for their own reasons. So I just felt that was really important to say that here. Okay. So enough of me waffling. I'm gonna go on to the basic meaning first before we shuffle and then tune in of your first card. So this card is standing your ground and defending your position, and it is challenges, and that's just what I was touching on, and courage and integrity and focus and determination. And we see you've kind of got this person here, and he's got all these others. It's like coming for them, but it is very much about whatever this situation is around you. We have to remember it's a general reading. It could be within relationships, could be within work, it could be, your living environment where you live. There's all different facets. So whatever this question is, or area of your life that you're thinking of, it's talking about standing your ground and standing and living in authenticity. How would these people feel if you treated them the way that they treated you? Okay, they wouldn't be too pleased. So it's like they're going to be making you feel that again, that you've done something wrong when you haven't. So it is about definitely standing your ground and speaking your truth and defending what is right and correct. Okay, and that can be again around all different kinds of things. So we'll come back and tune into that. But we're going to shuffle a card together. So Spirit and the cards, what other messages can you bring for people across the globe today? Okay, let's just put those ones, we'll just pop them there, that's fine. And you have, oh, how beautiful is that? Is that I think it's pronounced chariot. Spiritual protection. You are being watched over and protected physically, emotionally, and energetically. And how beautiful is that? And that comes in perfect, especially if you're feeling like you're being attacked more than once, for speaking your truth or standing up for what is right. You will often see that if people don't get their own way, or it somehow affects them, they're not really thinking of you or how you was treated in the first place. So it's bringing in this lots of protection. Okay, so if you've been feeling unsure, which I can identify with, or questioning your own kind of sanity, which these people do. I've had this more than once with certain individuals, making you question your own sanity and twisting things, for their own purposes. Okay, so no matter who they are in your life, that I can identify with, and you're perhaps going through in this situation, again, it may not be personal, it could be work. It could be, neighbours, where you live, is to stand in your truth, but to know you're truly, truly protected. So I will come back in and tune into that, but I'm going to tune into this one first. So Spirit and the cards, what messages can you give me? Again, they're reiterating you're protected. And sometimes I think I should just turn those over as I go along, like I do on the bigger readings. Yeah, and again, stand your ground. And this card is a card of like standing your ground, defending your rights, defending your core values is the words that I'm seeing here. Defending what is right in the world and what is just in the world. Whether that's on a smaller scale or on like a bigger sort of global scale here. Give me the word sheeple. I think that's kind of connected to people that just follow the crowd or the status quo, or their narrow-minded view of things or the world, or so they can't see it from your perspective, or their actions are because they're just trying to follow or keep everyone else happy, rather than the person that actually kind of really matters in the situation, who is speaking the truth, who is treating others, with respect and kindness, and care. They're going to worry more about what the larger proportion thinks, because they want to be they want to affect them and how they're perceived in any way by the larger proportion in this situation, is what I'm being shown here. And I'm being shown all these different quick images and words as I'm talking. I'm just going to focus a bit more. What's that song? I'm hearing it. Every step you take, every move you make. Is it I'll be watching you? Is that a song about someone from above protecting? Because that would really fit in with this card. You're being watched over and protected physically, emotionally, and energetically. Okay. I'll look up the lyrics. I can't think what they were called. The people that sang it. It's an older song, and maybe a bit of rapping in there too, which I'm going to spare you my rapping. But what a lovely song! Just trying to kind of come in and reiterate. They're showing me not to worry and taking away your worry. And you may be feeling kind of. They give me the word isolated as well, whether that's literally isolated or isolated in your views, or these people kind of against your views or the circumstances. Okay, but again, I'm being given and shown, truth. Speak your truth. Stick to what's true, stick to what's right, stick to what's, what everyone would expect to be treated like, how they would expect to be treated like. If the shoe was on the other foot, I'm being shown a shoe kind of on the other foot and swapping over scenario here. So that's lovely, to bring in that support, so whatever this is, which you'll know, because each person's situation is very different. But how lovely is that? I'm going to go on and tune into the beautiful crystal here. Reminds me of amethyst, which is chariot. Let me tune in and see. They're giving me the word stay true to your heart, and we do have the heart here. And they're giving me, join me into this flame and the truth flame. So I will look up and see if there's anything more on this golden flame of truth, or anything else that I'm kind of don't have full knowledge about. They give me the words rise above it. So whatever, we see these wings here. So whatever this is to rise above the situation, okay? Take it from the higher, and they give me the word moral perspective, okay? And they give me right and wrong, what is right and what is wrong, okay? And how would you, they're showing me, and I've had in a situation recently with myself, do you support them, and how would you support them if, again, the shoe was on the other foot, and how would you deal with it, okay? And I'm sure most of you will be dealing with kindness and empathy and thought and care, and be concerned about that person if the shoe was on the other foot. But I don't think that you're receiving the same energy back here. So it's like rising above it, and standing your ground and sticking to your truth and what is right and what is wrong and what is fair, okay? Don't let them give you a heavy heart. They're taking away any heaviness here. How wonderful is that? Is there anything else you can give me before I go into the charms? Yeah, just again, rise above it. Whatever this situation is. Rise. Okay, maybe these people aren't your people if they're treating you like that or responding like that, and not being very kind. I think that we can safely say if they keep doing that, when it suits them, and swapping how they are with you when it suits them, I think we can firmly say, especially if you're the one putting in the effort, in these scenarios, I think we can firmly say that it's not your tribe. And it can sadly be family, like in my case. It can sadly be, friends, partnerships, workplaces, or a mixture of all of those that you may be dealing with. But again, I'm seeing the word stand in your truth. What is right, what is just, what is fair, what is kind, okay? What aligns with you and your values. All right, let's go into your charms. Shimmy. I'm going to take the lid off and I'm going to turn the other way. Let's see what we get. Ooh, what we got? We got balloons, surprise, and I will say it's my birthday tomorrow. And as I was tuning in today, I don't usually have my grandparents visiting me like every time I tune in, because it's a lot and go through my security system, as I call it. But I did see them today and they turned up. And then when I walked through one of my doors, as I walked through, it was like surprise, and there was my grandmother standing with a cake, and there was other different family members at the heavens side. So here we have the balloons, and we have surprise here, and I'm being given the word gift. Okay, so for some of you, maybe celebrating or cause for celebration, it could be birthdays, it could be anniversaries. It could be passing something like a test or a new job. Whatever this is, it's like bringing lots of positive energy, but it's celebrating you. And I'm being given the word truth again, and celebrating you as a truthful, authentic, caring, kind, empathic person on this planet, okay, which is beautiful. And we have the rabbit, and that was given in one of the readings last week, okay. And this brings in, I'm being given the word abundance, and this brings in fresh new ideas is the words that I'm seeing, and this new energy, okay, because things may have felt a bit stagnant around you, okay, and it's clearing out. I'm seeing someone doing this. It's clearing out the old, and it's welcoming in the new, which we get around this time of the year, don't we? We've all been cleaning and organizing and getting ready for preparing for these warmer months. So how wonderful is that one? And we have this little, I don't know if it's a daisy or a clover, I'm not sure. They give me the words Wheel of Fortune as well, and it does remind me of the Wheel of Fortune. There's other charms that I get that remind me of the Wheel of Fortune, okay, and they give me the word luck. You are the driving force behind your life and this situation. And they're showing me, going back to these people, that they rely more on you than you rely on them, like emotionally, and how you supported them through the years. So it's kind of, they're showing me it's kind of more of their loss, and they're showing me someone steering their ship away from that, taking away. You're giving freely all this love and all this compassion and all this understanding and support, but it's not being reciprocated only when they feel like it, okay? It's what they're showing me. So they're showing me the Wheel of Fortune, and I see it's like a steering ship on a particular card that I'm seeing here, and it's like steering, away, changing your trajectory, onto better shores and new places and new things, and putting your energy and your thoughts somewhere else. Don't spend any more time, any more energy, on these people here, okay? They're kind of coming for you, if you like. I'm seeing the words, they're not important. It's not important, okay? That's beautiful. So I surround this reading pathway number 1 with so much love. If you want to go on to pathway 1, 2, 3, or 4, you're welcome to. Or if you just want to end it here, that's all good too. But yeah, so many blessings, lots of love, lots of light, and I will see you in your next reading. God bless. Okay. Hello, beautiful Seren stars, and welcome to your reading pathway number 2. If you've just joined us, I'm doing different pathway readings that seem quite popular, so you can stay here. If you don't feel drawn to this, you can go and look for other readings and other pathways, but there's 4 pathways. It doesn't matter which order that you read them in, it's just giving them numbers, so we can label them if you like, but it's, think of any question or any area of your life that you want some advice on or answers to. Okay, as always, we'll go over the basic meaning of the card, and then as a spiritualist medium, I will tune in and see what messages, images, and whatever comes through. We're going to shuffle a card together, and we're going to take some charms together. I want you to say that, just like I said on pile number 1, as I was choosing the main cards today, and you have the beautiful the Sun, which I will come back to. Most of them were coming out as the truth, and truth tellers and truth cards, which is really, they often give me messages as well as you across the globe. So I'm grateful for that. And I've had situations that, they're recent, but they're repeating over time. Okay, so if you want more info on that, you can go to pile 1. But it's about, speaking your truth, living authentically, treating others how you would expect to be treated. And maybe sheeple other people, you're just more concerned about, rather than the truth or kindness and empathy and the real situation, they're more worried about other perceived ideas or how it affects them. Not really you. So yeah, the truth has come out so much. These cards, so Spirit and the cards. What else? Well, that one jumped up, so we are going to go for that one. And I turned it over on the other pathways straight away, but today on this one, sorry, I'm going to wait and we'll turn it over like I do usually on the big readings. So let's get into the very basic meaning of your card first. And this is the truth, the truth card. This is love. This is happiness. This is joy. This is like vibrant energy and illumination, which could be illuminating on the truth, and deep fulfillment. And how beautiful is that? It's wonderful. And it feels like, whatever this situation is, similar with me, it's like the sun shining on your face, and I can feel like the heat and my hands heating up. And it's taking that breath, and it's just letting go of these worries and these fears and these heaviness, okay, which is absolutely beautiful, beautiful energy coming through. Okay, I said I was going to turn that over, but I'm not. So let's just tune in straight away. So Spirit and the card. And I'm seeing the word align with you. And often these pathways can line up, as in the reading and the messages here. So if you listen to one of the other messages, this may resonate with previous threads of messages. And they're drawing me into the face here, this beautiful face here, and a basking in the sun. They give you the words, let the light into your life. Let the joy into your life. Open the doors. The doors are there for you to open. Okay, and as it's a general reading, this can be all different kinds of facets of your life and circumstances, but the message remains the same. This could be work relationships, romantic relationships, friendships, family, living environments. Okay, so whatever it is that you're thinking about, but they're giving the word aligned. They're giving the word seek what is aligned with you. Okay, in this situation, or if you're thinking about future things or plans. Okay, they're giving me plans again, so I feel like for many of you that it's like planning things, the future, and looking forward. Looking back, they show me a woman, you could be male, female, non-identified, doesn't matter. She's looking back, and behind her is dark. There's like shadow, and as she looks forward, there's brightness. I think that they're showing me here that there's so much to look forward to, so many opportunities, and so much brightness, and happiness, and great experiences to be had. So if you've been feeling heavy or been going through some difficult stuff, they're just kind of reassuring you in this situation. Don't look back. It's the words that I'm seeing here. Move forward and keep moving forward. Let the sun shine on your face. Feel the sun. Feel the warmth. Feel the joy. Feel the beauty in life. I don't think many of you have been feeling that at the moment, whatever these situations is. They're saying take heed, which I think means like listen to the message here. What else can you show me? They was showing me something in the night else, and then I interrupted and then went on to other visions. Yeah, they showed me this woman. She's like in a work suit. She always looks a bit 1940s, like her outfit, like a skirt and a jacket, and she's got heels on, and she's walking forward confidently. And she's they're showing me now she's carrying like a little briefcase, like a tiny suitcase. I don't know if the old-fashioned briefcases were more like suitcase-looking squares rather than flatter. The design's not that's important, but I'll just say like what I'm seeing here. Okay, so I'm just seeing where she's walking. I'm just watching her walking forward, and I'm hearing like the heels clicking on the ground. She's leaving something, so she's leaving something goodbye and going on to something new. So again, this could be relationships, romantically, work, new places. It definitely, and they give me the word new opportunities again. So it definitely feels like leaving behind what does not serve you is the words that I'm seeing here. And I'm seeing the words new and embracing the new. So whatever that this is, it's like opening your arms to it, and almost like these two little ones here, their arms up and kind of opening up to the sun, and with joy, and with kind of just moving forward. They're walking forward, aren't they? There, as you look at them. I don't know why they give me the word sun god. That may be significant here to the reading. I don't know who the sun god is. I will research that, but for some of you that could be quite meaningful. Maybe some of you just love the sun as well, like literally you're like sun worshippers. I personally can't sit in the sun for long as I'll disintegrate, but it definitely helps lift your mood, doesn't it? And brings in mood and brings in that new energy and brightness and lightness into your life. Is there anything else you can give me before I move on to the next card? I'm just going to close my eyes and focus on this woman moving forward. Right, she's in an elevator now. This is very specific, but it can be very metaphorical. There's kind of stories that they're showing me in like a mini film. And she's stepping into the lift. Okay, it's all different levels and there's all different floors. And the top button she's pressed, it says the sun. Okay. So she's going up to the sun, she's rising up all these different levels. She's seeing, elevated, and she's seeing the word transmuting, but she's kind of going off into the stratosphere. She's going up and up and up. And I feel this is you in whatever this circumstance is, it is a journey, but they show me this progression and you going up. In your life journey to sort of these higher levels of being in happiness. They give me the word purity and like pure joy and pure happiness. And again, what aligns with you, okay? And authenticity. And I had that in one of the other readings too. Okay, let me focus on this vision that I'm seeing. She's at the top floor. Okay, she's stepping out, and I'm seeing the words destination. And as the doors open, it's a beach. It's a beach scene, and it is sunny. It is very sunny. And she's taken her shoes off and she's walking across the beach. She's still in this suit. She's still got this suitcase. There's like an old-fashioned deck chair. She's sitting down in the deck chair. She now has like a cocktail in her hand. And she's just feeling like she's arrived, She's where she wanted to be. I'm seeing the word happiness, and the sun is beating on her face, the warmth. So if you haven't been feeling much joy, much warmth, okay, in all different circumstances, they're bringing in that joy and they're bringing in that warmth here. Give me the word energy. So they're bringing in that energy. Maybe you felt that you haven't had the energy, and they show me the chakras, the word chakras, and the word aligned and balanced. So maybe many of you haven't felt that, or certain circumstances are not serving you. They're giving the words, you have arrived. You've arrived at your destination. She's opening her suitcase. I want to see what's in there. She's taking out a compass, and it's pointing north. They're showing me north. Your due north. Is it your due north? There's a saying something to do with the north. It's important, so we'll research that after. Your due north, your true north. It could be your true north. I'm seeing the words true. And being aligned again. Yeah. So you may have had to go through lots of different pathways and different levels to get here. I'm seeing the words keep going. Keep going on this journey. Keep going forward. And you've arrived. How beautiful is that? It's such a beautiful image. And I feel peaceful and I feel relaxed as I'm seeing this image and I'm talking about it. Yeah, I wish I could project the image for you. Sorry, I was just concentrating on what the image was there. Let's go to your next card. Lapis lazuli, life-changing epiphany or experience. It's a time of big and blessed change for you, and God is supporting you each step of the way. And we're talking about, you know, these levels and these different steps you had there. I apologize. This is like an old cappuccino coffee stain on this card. I apologize in advance. Sorry, I'm just seeing these images again of this woman on the beach with this suitcase and drink and just relaxed there. Yeah, and I feel like whatever's going on around you, can you show me more images to give the message, please, or a different part of this message, please? Give me the words contract. So maybe some of you got a contract to sign. Some of you may be buying a new house or renting a new house. They give me the word like new lands, like a new place. Maybe some of you are buying land. But that's very specific here. It could be working contracts. In fact, I signed a new contract today for something. But yeah, they're showing me this because she's opening a suitcase and took out like this contract. But they're also saying it's like a contract with yourself. So maybe where one door's closed and they were showing opportunities and stuff in life, another one opens. Okay. So maybe some of you have got something coming up and you've lost one contract with like a house or something's fell through or not worked out, but they're showing me like the new opportunities and new things coming in and you'll be signing, okay, or signing up to. But they're also reiterating, give me the message about a contract with yourself, okay, a contract to love thyself, the contract to live in your authenticity, a contract to speak your truth, a contract to, you know, stick to what is right, okay, and all those kinds of energies there around this, okay, which is beautiful. We have this golden sword here, this beautiful golden card, the sun. Give me the word joining forces, and we do have two people here, and I suppose that would connect with if you're signing a contract. That could be self-employed, that could be, you know, working for a company, whatever it is. There's more than one involved in this situation. They give me the words better outcomes. So I think that these new opportunities, things coming up are much better than you ever thought, you know. So maybe you lost others and was thinking, oh damn, but it's like, well, there's better to come, you know. And keep pushing forward. Don't give up on hope. You've got this. I love it when they give me that. You've got this. You've got this. Is there anything else you can give me before I go on to the charms? They're drawing me into this woman's heels again and are walking along, and it's that walking forward. Keep moving forward, okay? Keep moving forward. How beautiful is that? Okay, let's shake your charms up. I'm going to look the other way and just mix them a bit more and see what we get. Oh, the beautiful heart. And the rabbit again. That's twice today. Well, this is the second time today. Sorry, I'm covered in ink and drawing stuff. Can't find my words today. How beautiful is that? They're bringing in the love. They're bringing in the light with this beautiful white heart there, surrounding this reading with so much love, energy, energetic. I'm seeing the word energetic. We had the bunny rabbit here in that as in the other pathway reading, and it came out, and it's that energetic energy and abundance and new beginnings and fresh starts, and I'm seeing the word new opportunities. There's just so much vibrancy. I'm seeing the word vibrancy. So thank you, because I'm getting stuck on my words today. So thank you, Spirit. There, they're giving me hold on tight. Okay, they're putting a seatbelt on. Hold on tight. It's going to be a ride. It's going to be a ride. It's going to be a fast ride. Get ready. But there's going to be lots of joy with this, and it's taking you to that destination that we were seeing there. And the sun shining on your face, and I'm heating up. I can feel. It always feels like I'm sitting on a beach in the sun there. So maybe some of you got some lovely travels coming up too. Like literally. Okay, pathway number 2, that was your beautiful reading. You can leave it here, or if you feel like you want more on this, or you on this particular subject, or you want different answers, you can go on to, there's 4 pathways to choose from. So I feel this reading was so much love and so much light and so many blessings. I will see you in your next reading. God bless. Hello, beautiful pathway number 3, and welcome to your reading. Welcome again. If you joined us from the other pathways, there are 4 pathways to choose from, and it doesn't matter which order that you go in. So, if you just watch this one and feel that's it, that has answered my question, that has answered my query, that's enough. But if you feel like you want more answers, you can go on and choose another pathway, whether it's with the same question or a different question. Okay, so as always, we go over the basic meaning of the card, then we will shuffle the card together and we will choose a charm for your reading. Sorry, I just knocked the camera there. So the very basic meaning of the King of Swords, and I just want to say, as I've said in the other pathways, as I was choosing the main cards today, most of them are about truth and like truth telling and standing in your truth and authenticity and like strength and all those kinds of topics there. So they are linking up, and they often give me kind of messages to my own sort of life and things going on, as well as for everyone else across the world. So the very basic meaning is becoming a truth teller, challenging assumptions, intellectual powers, clarity and vision, communicating well with a logical approach and a less emotional approach, or less emotional decisions, which can be difficult, when things have been challenged or you're being treated less than fairly, and all those kinds of things. But it's definitely a wonderful card of truth there. Let's shuffle the Spirit and the cards. Oh, that one came out, that popped up. So we're going to go for that. And we'll turn that over as we go along and see what comes out. So I hope you're having a great day today. Wherever you are, I hope the sun's shining. It's kind of been off and on here with the weather. Sometimes it's, sunny, sometimes it's pouring down a rain. It can't make up its mind. That's usual, isn't this time of the year? So let's see what comes through from Spirit and the card as I tune in here. The sky's the limit, as I'm seeing the words here. And I'm being drawn up to the sky, okay? I'm being given the word strength. Hold your ground, which is very much in another pathway today I was given, and stand your ground. And you could see him standing here and this king like energy and strength and this sword of truth. And I'm being given the words know thyself, and they're reassuring here that you know thyself, you know yourself. You know more than anyone what is wrong, what is right, what is just, what is authentic. Especially because most of you are very spiritual people. You know, you're good at walking into a room and reading the room, reading the energy of the room, reading people's intentions and the micro movements of their body, or the sounds in their voice, or the way the kind of message is like, you know yourself, okay? Don't doubt yourself. Okay, they give me the word position. Don't doubt your position. Okay. Sweeping statements. They give me the word sweeping statements. But I feel like other people make sweeping statements or sweeping assumptions, or I think that's what they're drawing me into here on those words as I'm seeing them flash across here. Give me the word notice. Take no notice. Don't take things to heart. So these situations around you, obviously it's a general reading. It can mean different things for different people. It could be relationships within work, romantic relationships. It could be family relationships. You know, it could be the environment you're living in. It could be battles, you know, with yourself, you know, like our own kind of negative wizard that stands on the shoulder. We've got the good one, and then we've got the one that kind of, you know, informs us badly. It's not the truth, okay? It's just the kind of monkey mind, if you like. But, you know, whatever this circumstance is, the message remains the same here. They're giving me you are authentic, extremely authentic people. And very spiritual bunch here, I feel. I'm just being drawn in. I'm just focusing on his face here. I'm just going to see what other images I get coming through. So Spirit in the card. They're showing me a doorway, and they're showing me him walking through a doorway. You could be male, you could be female, you could be identifying, okay? It doesn't matter. Message is the same. So he's opening this door and seeing the word messages. I'm seeing the word corrupt. So maybe some of you have had to deal with people who are literally corrupt, you know, in a big sense. Or it could be in another sense, you know, I'm seeing the word serve themselves, okay? It's not about serving the collective or the greater good is the words that I'm seeing. They are serving themselves. So it could be, you know, within a work situation or a romantic situation. I'm being shown here for many of you. Could be family stuff too. But they're showing me something, you know, so it could be something within like the company going on, all right? You'd know more than anyone. But I feel that you are dealing with or have dealt with, you know, less than favourable characters, okay? Doesn't have to be on any extreme level, all right? It could be that they're just selfish, but it could be that they are quite corrupt within I'm seeing the word organisation or company. So, and I'm seeing the word whistleblowers, okay? And speaking your truth, and that is important, okay? Maybe you felt a bit, again, like with other readings, isolated, because more are kind of sticking up for the other party rather than what is true and what is right. I mean, we see that at the moment going on with global issues and decisions being made in sort of America and the UK. You know, it's not really about the greater good or the truth. So some of you may be connected with bigger issues like that, or work for organizations like that. Okay, they show me someone blindfolded, and then they're taking off the blindfold, and they're saying to speak your truth, and by speaking your truth you help others to see the truth. Okay, and being given the true narrative. Or maybe for some of you, you've just had your eyes open to what a person is really like, or a situation is really like, or a group of people are really like. Okay, and I've seen the words change of circumstances. Sorry, I'm just focusing on the images here and the words. So by speaking your truth, you may have felt temporarily isolated, but I'm seeing the words again, for the greater good and the long-term outcome. It is important you stand in your truth and you speak your truth, whether that's relationships day to day or bigger causes across the world or organizations. Okay, and I've been given the word collectively. And mobilization together, all of us that may feel quite isolated and individual in our thoughts and the truth and speaking the truth, but the billions of people across the earth collectively, if we put them all together, that's a lot of voices, and that's a lot of mobilization, which is pushing forward for change and the greater good, earth, and outcomes, positive outcomes for earth. Oh god, I just went a bit dizzy there. Okay, so some of you may be feeling a bit dizzy with things going on. There's so much going on in the world, and you're picking up on this energy. Is there anything else that you can give me? Give me the words positive outcomes, Give me the words tough. So whatever this situation, it can feel tough, or it's going to be tough, or, and the roller coaster, they're showing me the ups and downs. But you've got the strength. They're showing me the strength and the determination. I'm seeing you can't get lost with the truth. There is no way of being lost. The truth is your compass. And again, we've had that so much, the truth, throughout the readings today, which is beautiful. Quite poignant with things going on across the world and the energy of the planet, the moment that's been tested by all this corruption. But I'm sorry if you're experiencing that in your day-to-day too, whether it's with a partner or someone that you're working for, or people in, say, in your university, if you're university, that aren't being great or fair, or, there could be all different scenarios. And if you're finding it difficult, I send out so much love, okay, and light around this situation. I'm being given the word healing too, and positive outcomes. So keep moving forward, have your rest, have your time to kind of regain your balance and your energy again, and then go forth again. Okay, let's go into the next card and see. Oh, how beautiful is that? Be gentle with yourself. You've been through a lot and need time to heal and recover. And I was just saying about, if you need to regain your energy and like rest a bit, then do that in between, but get back up and moving forward here. How wonderful is that? There's so much positivity here coming through this card, positive outcomes. Okay, and I see her, I know she's handing, it looks like, how do I pronounce that? Rahoder, I can't pronounce it. Okay, so we'll just leave it at that. I'll look up the phonetic pronunciation later and add that in there. But she's reaching out with this beautiful crystal here. But I see her overlapping. This image is an image of her reaching out with a golden key. Okay, and I've been given the word destiny. It's like you hold the keys to your destiny. You know the word rely, so don't rely on others to come in. Or I'm seeing the word dictate your destiny. I'm seeing someone in a driver's seat, so it's reiterating that message of you're in the driver's seat. Although you may be being made to feel like you're not, or making yourself feel like you're not due to circumstances, you're in the driver's seat. They show me circumstances of people like around the world that have changed their lives completely. They took control. Apologies there, beautiful pathway number 3. My alarm went off because I had to make an important call, which I forgot about. Good job I had an alarm. So I'd already chosen your charms, but we will put them back in, shuffle, and take them again, okay? So I like you to see that process and what's going on. And then I thought, right, charge my phone because the battery was low, have lunch, and then get back to it. So here we go. So yeah, I was talking about other people, going out into the world. We see across the globe, taking charge of their own destiny. And we see that they may have not come from, the most supportive backgrounds, and they may have had to do it on their own. They may have had to have moved to completely, entirely new countries and began with, basically, nothing or very minimal things, but they've worked hard and they've steered the ship and they've taken control of their destiny. Okay, this is very much what I'm feeling as part of the message here. I also pulled for you the beautiful mermaid. So again, I feel many of you are a very spiritual, magical bunch that may feel quite different from others around you. Okay, but you're very unique in a beautiful, wonderful way. We have a beautiful moon here, and with the spider, I think this is the second time I've pulled the spider, and there's the nursery rhyme instant, and I got this in another reading last week. Incy Wincy Spider climbed up the spout, down came the rain and washed poor Incy out came the sunshine, dried up all the rain, and Incy Wincy Spider climbed up the spout again. Sorry, my cat's just making a noise. Chippy, wait till after. It's a really strange noise. There's so many interruptions today, but that's just life, isn't it? But we're rolling with it. And that nursery rhyme is, it's about endurance and getting back up again. And no matter what, you're getting back up again and you're climbing up and and you're moving forward and you're progressing in life, no matter where, you came from. Okay. So it's a beautiful message there, and bringing bright moon blessings into your reading. I'm going to put these back in and we're going to shuffle again. It'd be interesting to see what comes out next, or if the same come out. Just give them a little shimmy shake. Okay, let's turn the other way and see what comes out. I am looking the other way. Okay, what do we got? We have completely different this time. I did pull the balloons in one of the other pathways. You may have watched that if you're watching, choosing several different pathways today, and the beautiful balloons. And in this reading, when we're talking about being part of your own destiny and climbing and rising, we see these balloons rising in the sky, and I also get the words like the weight being lifted off of you. We also have the beautiful daisy, with a fresh new starts and new beginnings here, and lots of good luck and positive outcomes being sent your way. I'm just going to tune in a bit more to this card and see what else we can get to end your pathway message on. Spirit and the cards, is there anything else that you can give guidance or answers to pathway number 3? Give me the word leadership. And you are a leader. You may not always feel like it, but you are a leader. You are an example for people across the world to look up to. Okay, and people will listen is the words that I'm being given here. Again, this may be, small scale in your community projects, or it could be, bigger global things across the world. But you do have an influence. It may not feel like it at the time sometimes if you're like against a larger proportion of the community or your family group or your friends or anything. But if you're speaking with truth and from the heart center, you can't go wrong with that. You can't deviate from that. You can't twist what is the truth. Okay, so lead with your heart and love, and the truth is the message here. And in control of your own destiny. Is there anything else you can give us before we end this reading? Give me the word fool's gold. So I can't think what fool's gold means. I will look that up. Anything more with this message here? Some people will chase fool's gold or promises of, riches and stuff like that. But I feel, not to say that you wouldn't like those things, but I feel that what's important to you is chasing the truth and honoring your authentic self, okay? Which is beautiful. So I'm going to end that reading there, pathway number 3. You can either leave us here, or you can go and choose another pathway, pathway 1, pathway 2, pathway 4 that I will be doing next. It doesn't matter what order you watch them in either. Okay, I feel this with so much love and so much light and so many blessings. I will see you in your next reading. God bless. Hello, beautiful pathway number 4, and welcome to your reading. So the way that we are doing these readings, people seem to enjoy them, is you think of a question or an area of your life you'd like some advice or guidance on, and you can watch this one reading, or you can go on to choose one of the other pathways. There are 3 other pathways to choose from. It doesn't matter which order that you watch them in. So as always, we're going to go over the very basic meaning of your card, and then I'm going to come back and tune into that as a spiritualist medium, and we're going to shuffle a card together. Okay, so let's just go over, and charms. I'm going to take a charm. So I hope you had a good day today, and really grateful as always that you're here with me. I've had one of those days, it's been quite busy outside, so trying to record has been challenging, but I'm enjoying today. I'm enjoying, being here and bringing messages and connecting with spirit. Okay, so let's go into the very basic meaning. So the Ace of Cups, that is, new beginnings and new connections. It can be love, can be creative ideas. It's definitely a card of abundance, an emotional and spiritual abundance here as well. And we can see this just overflowing there, which is wonderful. We are going to shuffle a card together. So think of, what it is in your life that you'd like that extra bit of advice on or answers to. The spirit and the cards. Can you help people across the world and bring them advice and guidance and messages? Oh, that one's jumping out. We have 2 there, and the same pick one. So I'm going to pick that one. Okay. I'm not going to turn that over just yet. We're going to see what jumps out. I think we can pick your charms now. Let's do it a bit differently. I usually do these at the end, so we're going to pick these now. I'm going to turn the other way so I can't see. 1. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? 2. Oh, wonderful. You have the beautiful white cat there. I always think of those as like good luck and lots of blessings coming in and protection. Beautiful, playful dolphin. So we'll come back to those to read them. So let me tune in and see. I'm just going to move the camera a little bit. Sorry about that. Just tune in and see what comes through. Yeah, they're giving me the word abundance again, and this is a card of abundance. So whatever this situation is, they give me the word worry. So I think many of you have been worried, and this could be, you know, because it's a general reading, it can be for many different facets of areas of life. Okay, so relationships, working environments, you know, all kinds of circumstances that you can think of, but the message remains the same. But they are giving me the words worry and taking that worry away. So I think a large proportion of you have been worrying about, you know, what to do in these certain situations and which direction that you should go in. And they give me the words cloud, and I'm seeing clouds in the sky. And they're showing me that the clouds are like clouding your vision. They're clouding your thinking. They're clouding clarity, which we need to make those clear decisions and best decisions for us, okay? And more logical decisions. You know, it's difficult when we're dealing with emotions. You know, emotion is energy. In motion, we all are energy. It's difficult to make those sort of logical based questions, especially if you're upset around a certain situation, or you know, there may be loss involved in some way, or grief, or you know, hurt. It just clouds everything, doesn't it? And it kind of, I'm being given the word tarnishes. It tarnishes our perceptions and our the way we look at things in life and perceive things. Okay, so we may not always be, although we know the very much throughout all of the main cards this week has truth has come through a lot in each reading. So although we may know the truth, what the truth is, and the realness of, you know, the deep core of a situation, it may color our anxiety, our fears, our worries may color other areas of our lives. Then we may start seeing everything through the same kind of lens of fear, or a lens of uncertainty, or you know, or hurt, or you know, it can affect, and they're giving me dominoes and knocking them over. It can affect all areas of your life. So they're wanting to bring in some, you know, maybe some of you are very watery signs, like I'm a Pisces. It's my birthday tomorrow. 49. I do welcome birthday cake from anywhere. You know, I'm very watery, emotional sign, you know, which is not being biased, but you know, fabulous sign to be in. We are creatives and very spiritual bunch, but it can also mean that when we are hurt, or when we are sad, or when we are, you know, it can kind of even though we're living in truth and the main authentic self, if we get to the root of it, we're kind of looking at the outside bits that, yeah, again, I don't want to say the same thing, so I'm just going to tune in and see what else they give me. They're giving me abundance again. It's abundance, okay. So the emotions are overflowing, but they're also showing me that if you're they give me the word lack. If you're lacking now in certain things, abundance doesn't always mean financial. This can be lacking love, lacking in resources, lacking in confidence. You know, it can tap into different areas, but the message remains the same. So they're showing me this abundance coming in, okay? They're giving me the word dry and show me a desert, and then it's flipping obviously to this beautiful abundant scene here. And with the goldfish, and they're often in many cultures, you know, a symbol of good luck, and I'm seeing the word prosperity. I'm being given the word to give it up to God. I mean, you don't have to believe in God. You could just believe in kind of anything that's like a divine higher power working through love and light. Give it up to God. You know, take this worry. They want to take this worry and this weight off of your shoulders, okay? And that will help you on your journey and getting to this abundance, okay? And I see this woman, you could be male, female, non-identified, swimming in the oceans. She's swimming freely and happy. It's like she's carefree, are the words that I'm seeing here. Is there anything else? And we had the dolphin. Dolphins are like carefree, aren't they? We never see a miserable dolphin unless they're in captivity, obviously, and we don't condone that. But free out in the sea and nature, they are happy by nature, and joyful energy. Okay, so we're bringing that into your reading and into your energetic field. Okay, how wonderful is that? Let's go to your next card. My battery's low, so I don't want to lose the reading again. Oh, increased support. Your positive focus and willingness to receive have opened the doorway to an abundance of help and opportunities. And that's what we was getting. This is a card of abundance. And I've been given abundance. So yeah, it's definitely bringing that through to you. And taking away, we was talking about how your perspective and the way you also experience things, if you experience it through the lens of sadness or loss, it can make things more difficult. So your positive focus and willingness to receive. So maybe it's changing, and I'm seeing the words mindset around certain things, around certain areas. Okay. Not to say that you're in the wrong or you wasn't working within truth or love or light, but it just could be, this is difficult to deal with maybe, but it's just changing your perspective and how you're going to get through it. Okay, you don't want it to affect every area of your life or every day and how you experience every day. That will really help you, with moving forward. And allowing, I'm seeing doorways opening and allowing all these different great opportunities to come through. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Apophyllite. That's beautiful. Is there anything else that you can give me, Spirit, in the cards? I'm just going to focus on this card and see what words come through or images. I'm seeing the words help is on the way. So some of you are quite stuck. I'm seeing between a rock and a hard place. Know that your prayers are being answered and help is on the way, which is beautiful. And we have these beautiful angel wings. I mean, I know these are all sort of angel crystal cards, but not all of them got these beautiful angel wings. And I see these angel wings now wrapping around a woman. You could be male, female, non-identifying. It doesn't matter. The message is still here, wrapping around you with that support and that love. Okay. But for some of you, may be feeling quite a bit lost and lonely at the moment in the world. Yeah, and they're just showing me the future and the future outcomes. And I'm seeing lots of gold, yeah, and this abundance and this flowing. I'm seeing not only one cup overflowing, I'm seeing many cups overflowing there. So many areas of your life will become fulfilling. I'm seeing the word and abundant. I'm seeing the words wishing you luck, wishing you all the best, which is beautiful to have there. Okay, and we had the cat. And white cats, I think of luck also, and good tidings, and also protection. So bringing a lot of protection and that, wrapping those angel wings around you. Okay, you are blessed, and count your blessings is the words that I'm seeing here, and many more blessings to come your way. It's with the dolphins who's swimming and jumping in the ocean there. How lovely is that reading? And I want to thank you for joining me here today. I want to thank Spirit and the cards, the wonderful messages. And you can end this here, or you can go on and choose another pathway. There are 3 other pathways to choose from, and you can go in any order. Okay, I feel this was so much love and so much light and so many blessings. And I will see you in your next reading. God bless.